Real Talk Podcast. This is episode 97. Joined with Isaac Solmeyer, Connor Carsons, Nick Gwynn. Another weekend of football in the books.
Yes, sir.
I suppose.
Going into
call it that.
going into week 6 now.
Yeah.
Did you say what we're about a quarter done? Or it would have been a quarter.
Yeah. Now that they added a game, the math doesn't add up.
Doesn't
anymore.
add.
It's
Math
all
don't be
wonky
mathing.
now. But I don't know if I'd call what the Patriots did on Sunday Football. That was
guys. None of us have any good teams.
I mean, one of us won one of us won in week 5.
Only one team won this weekend.
And I would have been the lowest.
You beat the FCS team.
Lowest of odds. I wouldn't consider the Commanders an FCS team. Weird. They got beat by an FCS team. That's what I'd say.
I don't know. That was some action for sure.
That was Thursday, and I'm hopping right into that. I had to talk about this.
Yeah,
I'm back in on Fields.
You got the floor.
I'm back in on
I mean,
Fields.
that was our first topic.
I'm back in. I was out.
Yeah,
He had me. I was even out last week. Like when he had a good game. He had a good game last week. He had that one pick at the end, and then he had the fumble that kind of fucked everything up. But I'm back in. But I'm really scared about this problem if DJ Moore just doesn't do good. Like, does that mean our offense just ain't gonna flow? Because DJ Moore had put up historic numbers on Thursday, like 230 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Commanders, and Fields had 270 yards and 230 more to DJ Moore. Goddamn.
I will say that it does mean more that it isn't against a team like he played well against the Broncos, didn't result in a win or anything like that. But like the Commanders aren't a pushover of a team.
I would damn near call that. I'd damn near blame it on the defense for the loss of the Broncos for like even having the offense have to go out there and try to tie the game. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. But yeah, he made some mistakes, but he looked sharp. I mean, against the Commanders, everything looked good. Typical Bears, we usually come out in the first drive and look good, and then the rest is shit. So, I mean, I'm kind of scared. Khalil Herbert got hurt. I don't know how long he's going to be out, but
it looked a little nasty.
It looked gross. He underthrew him, and he went to like flip his body so the ball didn't hit the ground, so it hit him.
Got stuck under
his foot. He came back in and he tried to play, and then he cut once, and he instantly looked to the sideline and said, "Hey, take me out." And that was a problem when the Commanders were starting to make their comeback. We didn't have a running back.
Yeah.
It was Herbert got hurt. Roshan was in concussion protocol. Homer had a hamstring, and Foreman was inactive. So we had our fullback in Blasingale. I don't know how to say his actual last name, Blasme. But he was eating. He was eating. He's a big body, so he just falls forward. And I don't know. Everything looked good. We weathered the storm. There was a spot.
Oh no! Y'all were trying to give him the game.
We wanted to. When Joey Slye missed that field goal, like that was it. He makes that field goal. We probably lose that game.
Yeah.
Because they're going into that final possession with like 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts, and I would have put money we didn't get a first down to end the game. So I mean, thankfully that happened. We shut down Terry McLaurin for the most part. Their offense just looked bad. Sam Howell didn't look good.
They just dug themselves in too big of a hole.
Super big hole. And like the Commanders' defense ain't like a pushover.
No. Like
they're a really good defense. So, and our O-line looked fantastic. Fields actually had time. Like this is what happens when he can actually throw the ball.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, he's he's up there with passing touchdowns. And with Kirk, I think Kirk has 1 or 2 more than him. He's 6th right now in passing yards. He said before the season he wanted to throw for 4,000.
Y'all just need that second receiver. Because
we have that second receiver. It's Darnell Mooney.
But you need him to arrive.
But it's the problem that every throw that I watched go to Darnell Mooney was a bad throw. Yeah. It's just how it worked. Like, I love Cole Kmet. Bro, we've been here. Cole Kmet is a top 10 tight end in this league after what I've been seeing. So
still not on that train.
He's going to be our tight end. Whether you like it or not, he's going to be a Bear tight end for a minute. Mooney, we'll probably re-sign him. He'll be fine. And then we have our rookie, Tyler Scott. We'll probably get more minutes now that Chase Claypool's gone. I think we're fine. I mean, we're going up against not crazy competition. Like in these next couple of weeks, we have the Chargers. That's probably our hardest game in a minute. Then we got you guys. You guys don't have Jefferson. And then Raiders. And then I don't know who's after that. But I don't know. I think we're on the right track right now for us to not be shit.
You guys are in an interesting spot because if Justin Fields does continue to play this way throughout the season, I'm not saying like you guys are gonna make the playoffs or anything, but if he continues to like play
shine,
like he did and play good, like, it's going to be very interesting what pick you guys end up with.
I think we take Caleb Williams no matter what.
I also do think
if he goes in the draft.
If he plays like this, I don't think you guys are bad enough to
I
get
think
that first pick.
It could even
Panthers,
come down
though.
to like a.
Yeah.
It could even. Yeah, we have the Panthers pick. It could even come down to Caleb Williams pulling like a Patrick Mahomes, like sitting the first year, or like sitting the second year, coming in when Fields plays like shit. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Jordan Love did it for 2 years. Patrick Mahomes did it for like a year and a half.
I do think that a team would go get Fields, though.
We would
try to.
We would
yeah.
probably like it'd be the Falcons. The Falcons make the most sense.
Could be us.
In division, God, he'd put up a fucking astronomical stat line against us. He would put up he'd have 1,000 rushing yards in that game.
Yeah.
Like just to do that to us. But I'm back in on Fields. That's about it. I mean, I think we got an easy schedule coming up here. I know we play the Panthers soon.
Yeah.
That game's on Thursday night. I'm pretty sure. So I think, because I know we have 2 Thursday night games, and then we got you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm back in.
I'm in. I've always been in on
I was
Mr.
out.
Fields.
I was so out.
I don't think I was ever just out.
That's just the diehard fan in me.
Yeah.
Because I just want the Bears to be good.
I was never out. I've always been in on Fields. So it's just you guys are in a tough spot to where you have 2 picks that could be number 1 or number 2, and you have a generational quarterback sitting
Marvin,
there.
if we get number 1 and number 2, Marvin Harrison is a lock. He will be a Chicago Bear.
Yeah.
It's just whether they want to take Caleb or not. And I think they should. I mean, it makes the most sense. He's the best quarterback coming out of the draft. If Caleb decides to not, the easiest decision is if he doesn't go to the draft.
Yeah.
Because then we're like, okay, we're not forced to take a quarterback here. You can take Marvin Harrison number 1, fuck it.
Right.
And then your number 2 pick can be a fucking
You trade it.
a D
Get some
lineman,
assets.
trade it, do something with it. You're not cuffed to taking fucking Caleb Williams.
You guys are in a very good spot for from a fan's perspective looking at it, because there's so many different avenues and so many different things, but it has a GM doing it,
Mhm.
too many different avenues can be the thing that makes it hard, because if you have the number 1 pick, Fields playing well, then you're
Fuck.
fuck, and then it's God, but the haul we could get for this number 1 overall pick, because it is Caleb Williams.
You get a lot.
You could get so much, even still with draft capital trading down, and you could probably get another cornerstone piece that's on a team.
Could be one team hitting our line. Could be you guys.
Patriots are bad enough to get Caleb Williams with their own pick. Kidding me? They're in their own tank.
Caleb Williams would look sick in a Patriots uniform.
They're probably worse than the Bears right now.
You guys are in a good spot, but it's just gonna be how do the pieces fall, and what teams I think you guys could possibly end up trading the pick if Fields continues to play well, but still super early.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing with Fields is he's good. He's great, and DJ Moore is very solid number 1 receiver. But if you're the Bears front office, was it Ryan Pace?
No, it was Ryan Pace. Ryan Poles now.
Ryan Poles?
Yeah.
Let's say you're Ryan Poles, right? And
because we got rid of a Ryan and a Matt, and we signed a Ryan and a Matt.
And Justin Fields wins you some games. He wins you I don't know, 5 games. Let's be real. The Panthers, they stink. And Bryce Young, he's probably going to get hurt or benched at some point just to preserve him.
See, I don't know if we trade it to them, because then it makes us look like idiots, because they traded the pick to us.
No, I'm not saying trade the pick. I'm just saying the Bears have the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But Fields wins you 5 games, so they're at 5.
You're saying we're not complete shit. We're not first pick.
They're going to be they're going to be number 1 and number 5 or number 6. If you're the Bears front office, I don't think you can pass up Caleb Williams. No matter
I don't think you can either.
How good Justin Fields did for you, how good he looked those last couple games. Caleb Williams is probably better than half of the NFL right now.
Yes.
He's better than Mac Jones. He's better than Justin Fields. He's better than Bryce Young. He's better than any of the rookies. I like CJ Stroud.
He's definitely a guy who would come in and instantly make an impact.
So
he's day 1 starter.
You said he could sit a year, and I think that's beneficial. But Caleb Williams, I think, is ready to go now.
Ready to get in there.
So if the Bears were to end up with number 1,
I don't think he would even sit anyways. If anything, he would just go back to college.
Yeah, that's true too. If he went to a situation,
he'd go back to college, make the NIL money, and then come out next year.
So
see, I don't think people just do that. Like, I think that's because it looks so bad on them.
Not really.
But I think it's different with
Kyler Murray
him.
almost did it.
But like getting drafted and everything, and then figuring out.
John Elway did it.
I'm saying like
yeah, it's fucked up.
From his position,
thing.
From his position, like looking at like if the Bears had a number 1 overall pick, like and Fields was hooping, you're like fuck, like why would I just sit in the NFL a year and I can make more money playing?
Well, who knows? Maybe the Cardinals fucking.
And the Cardinals, they have so much money.
I say maybe the Cardinals just fucking.
They can't trade him. No team wants Kyler Murray. That contract,
Kyler Murray.
That contract, I think there's a trade kicker involved too. I think we've talked about it already.
I didn't know Kirk Cousins had a no trade clause.
It is an astronomical amount.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Nick
before.
said it's like $100 million.
It's a lot.
It's some crazy shit. I was looking at a lot of numbers, but it's high.
Yeah, it's so Kyler Murray's contract. It's an albatross. It'd be tough to convince a team to trade. Maybe the Vikings are bold enough to do it.
No, we have too many problems.
Patriots aren't dumb enough to do it.
I think Cardinals just ride with Kyler. I think
they will too. You have to.
Yeah.
They kind of have to.
There's no.
I think the only thing that can make their season better is if like they were bad enough to go get like Marvin Harrison.
That'd be
and
crazy.
pair him with Hollywood Brown.
That'd be crazy.
Then you've competed with like the best teams in the NFL.
They're doing a good job of making it look like they're not tanking.
I just think they have a lot of guys on that roster that are like still looking for contracts and like still like
which is fucking crazy. Like first person I can think of Zach Ertz. Like Zach Ertz needs to go like somewhere else. He doesn't fit Arizona's timeline at all.
Nah, but he's just a placeholder.
He's just a vet in the
Bring
league.
Zach Ertz to Dallas already. Oh my god.
No, really?
Dallas needs to go get Kyle Pitts.
Whoa.
Like
that's the move.
Arizona's about to start hitting like the decline because they're losing James Conner with a knee injury, and I think they're really about to start hitting the decline.
They have film on Josh Dobbs now. I mean, Josh Dobbs, he's been in the league for a while, but not in this offense.
I don't know. He was looking against the two best defenses in the league.
He is not scared to throw that ball.
No, he's not.
I wouldn't be either.
He's got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I say he has nothing to lose.
He's just having fun with it. He's like a rocket scientist on the side. He knows that's where the real money is.
If Trayvon Diggs picks this, that's just supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Why not?
But if Hollywood Brown catches this and goes 80 for a touchdown,
that's
right.
But I think the Bears are. I don't know. I'm just in on Fields. That's basically what I'll end it on.
I'm in unless Caleb Williams is on the table.
I'm in till he takes me out again.
Yeah. Which could be next week.
Which could be fucking next week.
It's too early to skip to totally punt on a guy. He was only drafted a couple years ago.
So we'll kind of skip over this next one, since we're kind of in the realm of talking about these kind of teams.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked these teams kind of like not with like younger quarterbacks that franchise guys already, more so teams in like kind of that purgatory realm. They don't have the franchise quarterback. They have a lot of money tied into some unwanted players at this point. So out of these teams, we're going to rank them. Out of the Broncos, Giants, Patriots, Vikings, and Raiders, who is in the worst position?
I think the Broncos are in the worst position.
I agree. If we're starting at the bottom. For sure.
If we're starting at the bottom, the Broncos
we can start at the
have no cap space. Their defense sucks. Their offense is not good. And for some reason, they thought Sean Payton... They gave up picks for Sean fucking Payton.
Yeah,
for a head coach.
Which
they thought would fix everything, which is not. And you have no future because all the picks that you spent on Russell Wilson.
Yeah, 3 firsts, 3 seconds, 1/5 invested into the Sean Payton.
That is
Russell Wilson.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson's making $250 plus mil,
165 guaranteed.
That is crazy.
And then Sean Payton's also making over
5 years, $100 million.
Yep. Is it really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Remember when Russell Wilson was like that guy?
He was always that guy.
He's not really
It's just when he got to... It's when he... Yeah, he's been playing
He's been playing
bad.
decent. It's just they don't have anything.
He just fucks up at the worst time.
Yeah.
He does.
Like that fumble he had against the Jets.
Yeah.
Like he should have fumbled that.
He should have threw that
He's
away.
a veteran, bro. You don't just do that. Like when he got traded to the Broncos, like that's just where it declined.
Yeah.
Like now all the blame... He's a quarterback. All the blame for the team is going to go on him. Like Russell Wilson can play the best game he wants. If they lose, they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They don't have the offense to really like go get you like a ton of fucking points because their defense is so bad.
Well, it's just so weird.
If the Broncos don't score on a drive or two, like they're done in that game.
It's also weird because like I know Javonte just got hurt, but you had Javonte, Russ, You still don't have a tight end because you traded him to Seattle. And then
Greg Dulcich is on IR.
Yeah, Greg Dulcich, I guess, was supposed to be your starter.
You were missing Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy was out for a little bit. Sutton is there, but he's not doing anything. He's the number one. He's getting clamped.
And
he's struggling.
Then you have like the best corner in the league.
And then they lost Tim Patrick again. This is like his third season getting hurt now. Like, and then your defense is just fucking Swiss cheese.
It's crazy.
Worse than your guys' defense.
Oh yeah, they're by far
they're the worst defense in the league.
Even
I think so.
Even last year, they were middle of the pack to
so weird.
better, and now they're the worst. Like you still have.
They were like top 12 last year.
Yeah, like they were really solid defense. That was the thing that was keeping them in games when Russ wasn't playing good last year, and it's crazy to think that they still have like Surtain and shit, and their defense is horrid. Like
Do you remember like how like embarrassing it was through that first 5 weeks last year?
Yeah,
they're worse this year,
and
they're giving up like double points per game, and they have like one less win.
Oof, so crazy.
Randy Gregory.
And last year we were talking about, dude, like this is the worst head coaching job ever, like fucking Sean Payton said, and now look at this.
Yeah, and they signed Randy Gregory to that bag just to trade him in the first year, second
Frank
year.
Clark is probably next.
Thank God, dude, because the Cowboys are about to do that.
Like now, and then he went to the fucking 49ers.
He's
like,
probably
are
not
you
gonna do
serious?
anything there. Let's be real.
I think he's gonna start.
No way.
It'll be him and then Bosa.
Is he good enough to start?
I think so.
No.
I would say so.
They just
On that defense, for sure.
And even if not, he will play a lot.
If not,
They
just
rotate. They have a lot of guys who
that
rotate in
defense,
and out.
Fuck it.
it's not an ideal place, but
Because it'll be him, Kinlaw, Gregory, and then Bosa, and then you have they have one other guy like Clellan Farrell or something in there. But so their D-line's pretty
Still
good.
Armstead?
And Armstead.
man.
so Broncos are consensus.
Broncos at the bottom.
I think
At the
Broncos are
bottom.
consensus bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
is that who you?
Yeah,
Nick?
probably.
Yeah.
They're probably the worst.
I would say the Giants are probably next.
I also had the Giants. Same, not quite the same,
Not
but
quite
similar.
the same, but similar.
Yeah, because Daniel Jones, 4 years,
It's basically
160,
just Daniel Jones.
81 million.
It's it's so weird because
We said this. I said this.
he said, "How do you get better but you get worse?" Like you get better at so many positions and you get worse as a team. But okay,
there is a reason.
Oh, there's a reason, but then there's 5 other reasons,
That's true.
and it's
I'm not gonna
going
put
from the left tackle to the right tackle.
Flipping
I'm
hamburgers.
not putting it all on Daniel Jones because I've seen them play, and I've seen them play getting sacked over 10 times in pretty much every game.
I would
There's
go-
only so much he can do.
I would go
Some of them are on him.
Some of them are on him.
70-30. 10 sacks is not all on the O-line.
It's
There's
not.
no way.
No.
10 sacks
There's
is not.
multiple times where they
He's
show
a mobile
camera angle,
dude,
there's
bro.
an open
I don't know
route,
how
he
he
just
can't-
doesn't throw it.
He's
Yeah.
hurt now just because.
He
on
hurt
you.
he hurt his neck or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think they just got better on offense. Like you get Saquon, draft Jalen Hyatt, you get Darren Waller, then you go to defense, you sign all these linebackers, you get Isaiah Simmons, Dexter Lawrence is still good. Like, what the fuck gives? Like, why are we not? Like, is it just
Good.
Daniel Jones? Like, I don't know.
It's that old line. A lot of it regressed. The scheme.
Evan Neal is just playing so bad.
He's playing really bad, and Daniel Jones has never been a QB who plays well under pressure. And when it comes down to it, execution is, you can do all these hypotheticals and sound these guys, but you have to actually play between the lines. And if they're not executing, then you get this crappy product. So
It's kind of crazy because we also see him get out of it sometimes and rush the ball.
That's what I mean. He's a
Sometimes.
very
So it
mobile
could be
guy.
even worse.
he's doing what he can, but he's makes some pretty dumb mistakes a lot.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
The fumbles. I mean, leads
So
the
many
league in
fumbles.
fumbles just because he cannot take care of the ball. Those, I think, are huge because that ends any chance you have of scoring for that position. That is, in football, you don't get that. And in basketball, turnovers are one thing. But in football, turnovers can literally, one fumble can end you the game. It's over. You have no chance of winning.
And with how little they move the ball, it's probably going to be on your side of the field as well.
I wonder what his, because there's estimated points added for quarterbacks. It's a huge thing now. I wonder what his estimated points lost is per fumble.
God.
It's got to be, insane. Because
Or just turnover, per turnover in general.
yeah, because of how slow that offense is, how inconsistent it is, and how often he turns the ball over. He has to lose so many points for that.
They gotta go play the fucking Bills this Sunday.
Yeah, they play the
Oof.
Bills.
Yeah, that'll be tough. With Von Miller, he's ready to go. The Bills defense, they're good. So
are they in the worst spot in my opinion compared to the other teams?
The Giants?
Yeah, like next up, are they above the Broncos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me. They're number 4.
They're close with the Patriots for me, but
I think they are close with the Patriots.
Well, I have the Patriots as 3.
I had also the Patriots as
Ours
3.
is going to be the same.
It might.
So do
It
I.
very well might be,
Yeah.
but
I think it could have been the same for all of us.
Daniel
Like,
Jones
it's
is
pretty. If you look at these 5 teams, you put them in a list. Like,
I don't know.
it
There's
makes
one.
sense.
I think
there's
the
one
Giants
team
and the
that's
Patriots have
better,
kind of the same.
yeah,
But
The Giants and Patriots kind of had the same problems.
I don't know if they're the same though, because Mac Jones, he's still in his rookie deal,
Well, yeah.
and the O line, it's atrocious. But
and the Patriots have a good defense.
Cole Strange is hurt. Trent Brown, he's hurt. Mike Onwenu, hurt. So those are their top 3 O linemen. All of those guys are injured. So the replacements they have are not good. We're talking James Ferentz, like unironically, like a Ferentz. James Ferentz.
Who's that?
He's Kirk Ferentz's son.
He's got another son.
Yeah, and he plays for the Patriots, and he's, he's an NFL
I didn't know
player,
that. I
all right.
didn't know that.
He is the NFL player of all time. And the Patriots, their defense, though, they have some young pieces.
Uh-huh.
Kyle Duggar, he's 26. He's
I
probably
love
like
Kyle
the
Duggar.
oldest guy on that
Jabril.
team. Everybody else is, Jabril Peppers, he's kind of up there, though, right?
He's been in the league for a minute.
Christian Gonzalez, Marcus Jones, Jack Jones, those 3 cornerbacks alone.
And you guys just got back JC.
J.C. Jackson. Okay. I mean, he was pretty bad in L.A.
Well, you need him because Gonzalez is down.
they said he refused to play.
Yeah, he had his shoes untied on the sideline. They
That
said
was for LA though.
Even
for
when
the
someone got
Patriots.
hurt.
even when his friend got hurt. That's me
He
when
said,
Corey
no,
got
I'm
hurt.
still not going in.
My biggest worry though is that Bill Belichick refuses to give up control and lets somebody else
I was just about to
of the
chime
GM.
in and
You
say
guys
that.
are gonna be
He's a
like.
great head coach and
I think he's going to
defensively.
get fired.
I think you guys.
I
you
don't
can't
know
just
about that,
fire.
no.
It's just like Bill Belichick
No, you
and
can't.
Nick Saban are in the same area. Like you just don't fire Nick
He's going
Saban
to be the head coach of the
think-
Patriots until he decides
until he
he's not
decides
gonna
to
be
not
head
want to
coach.
do it anymore.
It's like
I
Coach K.
disagree.
Yeah.
I
It's
disagree.
like those. It's different in college and
He's like
pros.
a season away from catching Shula all time and wins.
That's almost like
They're
you
gonna
don't-
let
You'll
him
have
do
to
it.
do it somewhere else.
That's even like the Steelers.
Because you ain't winning
Like,
here.
You don't just fire Mike Tomlin.
No.
Like, you just go. Like, you can be bad as much as you want. He just goes until like he just doesn't want to do it. I think Bill Belichick's smart
When,
enough to
when
understand.
is
Yeah,
when
Robert
is
Kraft is-
Kraft gonna just
Kraft
tell
might
him
just
you
roll over and
you,
die.
You
No.
can't you cannot allow like
Kraft
Bel-
sells the team before he fires Belichick.
it shocks me that there was even a discussion of was it who needed who more, Tom Brady or Belichick? It's obviously Belichick needed Tom Brady more. It's the most obvious. Look at the Tom Brady teams. They were never riddled with talent all over the place. They never had super highly
Couple of
talented
those times, he had
rosters.
the number one defenses.
They did sometimes,
They
but
had
most,
some
I'm
good
talking-
defense.
I'm
and
talking
who was
offensively.
responsible for that
I'm talking
defense though?
most of the
defenses
time
are
you're
pretty
right.
good.
They did have Randy Moss in years. They had some good pieces.
I just,
Brady made good pieces. You telling me Chris Hogan, Julian Edelman, and Wes Welker would have been anything without Tom
What
Brady?
about Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah, great. He was a second-round draft pick.
He's the second best tight end of all time.
He wouldn't. Who's to say he would have been that way anywhere else? Randy Moss, yeah, undisputed, sure. I'm just saying, Brady made a lot of weapons. That's why he does. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Mac Jones and how terrible he is and how terrible Bill Belichick is without Tom Brady.
ever since Tom Brady left Bill Belichick, they haven't
They've
sniffed
whiffed
anything.
on
Okay, but
every offensive player they've
what did he
taken.
really get left with when Tom Brady left?
Not a whole lot.
That's what I mean.
But
He was
he's
the-
supposed
he
to
was
build
the
through
reason
the
Tom
draft,
Brady
and he
left.
couldn't.
Bill Belichick.
He needs to
Tom
let
Brady could have
somebody
stayed in
else
New England.
draft.
This man, Bill Belichick, would have the number one pick and just take some fucking.
Oh, he'd trade it. No, he'd trade back for 5 seconds and a
He
future
would
fifth.
not take Caleb Williams.
No. He'd trade back. He's not staying at 1. He doesn't
He would
stay.
take like he'd take a lineman at 1.
Yeah,
Just to be
third
different.
round lineman. Probably.
but yeah,
They're in a pretty tough situation.
it's definitely so. It's Broncos, Giants, Patriots, and then Vegas.
I'm actually changing mine to the Raiders at 3
Okay,
Really?
because they look bad. All right, they look real bad. Jimmy G is like not a top 20 quarterback, I don't think. And he signed a 3-year, $72 million contract that is
well, if
33 minutes. So this year is fully guaranteed, and then next year is partially guaranteed.
if I'm looking at it, if I were to take, if the Patriots and Raiders played each other, I think the Raiders probably win that game. That's how I'm looking at it.
I don't know.
Because they have
we're
better
talking about-
pieces
we're talking
on
about setup for
offense,
the
and I think
future,
their offense is going to be a lot better.
Definitely. The Raiders beat the Patriots.
We're also talking about for the future, though.
I mean, I'm saying for the future, for now, Like, yeah, I get it. You're kind of cuffed with Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think
Devontae Adams leaves.
Are you
soon? Like, not like.
Were you doing a thing there? Patriots Raiders play next week.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Well, I think the Raiders. Well, there's my pick, so I think the Raiders are going to win.
He's setting it up. But I think Devontae Adams wants to leave because, again, Jimmy G's ass. He don't want to stick with him there, and that defense looks fucking atrocious most times. Now, they look good against Jordan Love.
You have Crosby, who's gonna really just do whatever he wants, though.
Yo.
Oh yeah, Max Crosby gonna just do whatever. But
they're just mid to me. Like they're not.
Oh, they're
great,
super mid.
But like they're.
And Josh McDaniels is. He makes me
McDaniels,
terrible.
That's not the worst place
coach.
to be.
Why are we kicking that field goal?
Him and Brandon Staley, I don't know how they made it into this season.
Brandon Staley wants to get fired every game. He loves the adrenaline rush of almost getting fired.
What stupid decision can I make?
Be like,
Like,
all right,
yeah,
how can I
Raiders
almost get
3.
fired? I love it. Like, I fiend for it.
I don't know. No one's got that Miami coach beat though. What was his name? Mario.
God.
Mario still starts with an E. I don't know. The
I don't fucking remember.
No, I don't want to go on a tangent. Just man, a lot of bad football this weekend.
Yeah, a lot.
Like, for me, it's Broncos.
So Broncos are the worst, and then
It's definitely Giants.
Probably the
Giants.
Giants. Yeah, the
You
Giants.
can flip flop the Patriots in Vegas.
And then
I go
Patriots.
Raiders at 3, then Patriots 2.
I go Patriots.
and-
Raiders at 3. Patriots.
I go Patriots
2, Vikings
at 2, just because having Jettas and having
Vikings
Jordan
are 1.
Yeah, I don't think the Vikings are in that bad of a spot.
Well, for the future,
For the future, for now, yes, they look like.
But
yeah,
like what?
they're not
But
doing
like,
shit this
but
year.
like, what are we doing now? And then what we're doing now hinders us in the future. Like,
I have him at 2 just because
you guys aren't gonna have a quarterback.
and
You
Jefferson.
guys just get
And your
rid of
defense
Kirk
fucking
Cousins.
sucks.
He's giving me strong.
That's just
I
what
want to
happens.
leave vibes.
Bro, if y'all didn't have Justin Jefferson, you guys might win 2 fucking games.
And he very well could leave. He does
You guys
not
might win 2 games this
seem like
season.
he wants to be in
That's
Minnesota.
fine.
No,
What were they called?
you overpay the fuck out of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, but
But does he
Nick, you
want
gotta
to sign
understand,
that
NFL
contract?
GMs and coaches are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
They don't. They are stupid.
I'm just hoping they just make the right decision.
Like they don't do right as he was up for an extension to me, all of it. Give me it all. I don't give a fuck. Take it all.
Yeah. Nope. They're stupid.
Take it all. You're the number 1 receiver in your draft class and in the league.
You are our offense.
You will stay with us. I don't care who's.
Yeah.
We got Church Simeon throwing you the goddamn ball. Be like a DeAndre Hopkins situation. Be like he just never has a quarterback, but you just give him money.
When the Niners figure out a way to sign Justin Jefferson for under the cap.
Jesus.
What I'm thinking is they might be a little bit hesitant because they don't know exactly what they're doing, like for the future, and they don't know. Like I think they probably think they can get him for the same amount.
No.
Maybe not.
Do they
I don't
think
know.
they can?
He's already really good. Like he's already going to be asking for.
Who's
hella,
the
like,
highest paid wide
Let's just
receiver
wait
right
and
now?
see what we're going to do at quarterback.
Is
then
it
we'll
Cooper
decide.
Kupp?
I don't know. I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that might be where they're coming.
so like I was actually talking about this today, like with my dad, because I'm on my way to the gym.
It
And we're
is
talking
Cooper
about
Kupp.
like
It is.
recap this. We do this like every week. We'll hop on the phone
Stephon
and
Diggs.
recap like the week, and I also don't think they know what they're doing and what direction they want to go in, because in my opinion, it's obvious this team needs not a full rebuild, but definitely a retool. Because you gotta think, you shouldn't bring back Kirk Cousins. You should leave the Kirk Cousins era behind with how deep this quarterback draft class is. And right now, it's to the point where like, how bad are you gonna be? At this point, I'm not bringing Jefferson back this season. Like for the season. For this season.
For the season, I thought you meant like you're not signing him to a contract.
I think it's in.
I was like, why are we on this podcast?
Hold on.
I think it goes into both best interest for the team and for him, because he's not on his second contract and we want to be bad. At this point in the season, we're losing him for 4 weeks.
They don't know they want to be bad.
Exactly,
You
that's
understand
the
that?
problem.
So
That's the
they're
problem.
gonna bring him back because you actually can't tank. It's illegal.
In
it's
NFL,
illegal in NBA too.
And it's hard to do. A lot
It's
harder
very
to
hard
do
to
in
do.
the NFL than it is the NBA.
So I think you have to bring him back because like if you
bring
just don't bring him back, it's very obvious what you're doing.
Yeah, and I mean the fans love him. The fans that they will hate that decision not bringing back.
Yeah.
Because Justin Jefferson, he's awesome. He's a fun guy and he's super talented.
Fun guy.
This is a
Will-
very good stretch. Like before you get into yours, like we got Bears,
Wiping that ass.
which is
Wiping that
which is
L.
for some reason going to be like a toss up. You guys
It's
should have
not
won
a
that.
toss-up.
You
got
guys,
That's a
Chicago.
bear
You guys
down
should-
in Chicago.
you guys should have won
victory.
that game. We're not.
Y'all not beating the 49ers.
No.
Why in God's name do we play the Niners on Monday night?
They might give y'all a 50 bomb.
They will. Then we gotta play the Packers.
Oh man,
we're not winning that game.
No. Where is it?
In Lambeau.
Oh,
yep.
We're not winning
Love
that game.
plays better at
So
home.
that's 0-3.
And then
So that means
and then we got the Falcons after that. Who the Falcons
That's a winnable game.
Wait, where is it?
in Atlanta.
Oh my god, you guys lost.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter's never lost a home game.
Yeah. So
0-4.
we're gonna go 0-4 in those 4 weeks. And then when Jefferson comes back,
And he asked for $30 million because Tyreek Hill is the highest paid wide receiver at 26.
like it's gonna be suck because we're gonna have to play him and bring him back and everything else. But like in the future, like it depends on what pick we get. Because we have a stretch where we got like the Broncos, Raiders, and Chicago again, like right after those 4 games. It really depends on what pick we do get. Because skill position wise, I feel like we're fine. Jordan Addison's about to eat while Jefferson's off like on IR, and then Hawkinson. Oh my God, Hawkinson, his contract is scaring me week by week.
Really?
Because just looking like he's the highest paid tight end in the league. Like looking at him drop some of these passes going right through his hands.
There are a couple that he like should have on. Like he's still a top.
He is
top 3 tight end in the league.
He is, but for his contract and his value, I'm expecting him to
just catch that ball,
just snag some of these balls.
He's getting paid 3 point. Wait, oh no, just kidding.
He just got
kidding.
a bag.
Yeah.
Well, that's just in salary. There's the salary. Yeah, he's getting paid $18 million at his max, but next year it's only 10, 11, 16. Like could be worse.
I'm just frustrated because I feel like if we should have another win under our belt if it wasn't for TJ Hawkinson.
Fuck.
TJ Hawkinson, it could have been a better ball. He should snag that.
Yeah.
Against the Chargers.
Then allowed it to be the interception.
You got to go up and get that.
And then it's just like, just looking at our future, if we need a quarterback, our defense, we still need to bolster up our defense.
You guys are coming into the...
Drake May, it's are
time.
A Minnesota Viking.
Like, I think Kirk has done his job, as a Vikings quarterback. Like, he needs to move on.
I wouldn't be shocked if we did start looking to trade some of our better pieces for maybe some more draft capital. Because it's always beneficial to draft a quarterback and get him on a small-ass deal. I think that's what is going to benefit us paying Jefferson is if we draft who we think is our guy and giving him, like... Because Kevin O'Connell, he, like, deserves to, like, have his own, like... Because he got there with Kirk there.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he deserves to, like, kind of try to groom a quarterback and see what he can do with, like, teaching him and everything else like that. And I think paying Jefferson, that needs to be the number one priority here. Like, me and my dad were talking today. He was like, they might have to, like, move him. And I'm like, you don't... Like, move him for what?
They won't move him.
What picks are you going to get that
are going to actually pan out to be someone like Justin Jefferson?
You could trade Justin Jefferson for 15, 20 years in the future of picks and not get a Justin Jefferson somewhere close to that level.
What are the odds that he's really going to be that rookie that's coming in is going to be that guy and be up to par with Justin Jefferson? Like, no.
This is like, he doesn't go farther than a top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
If you're the Bears.
Oh.
With the number 1 pick.
I think you guys just hit the 49ers button.
Are you looking at Minnesota?
A bunch of really good defensive players. Get your offensive players a bag.
Carolina,
and really cheap quarterback.
Shit. Oh, literally shit.
Hope it works out.
If you're the Vikings and you see the Chicago Bears just south,
we'd have to give them more.
Number 1 overall pick, and you're like, man, Caleb Williams would be awesome. Jordan Addison's great. Justin Jefferson is going to leave.
It's like Fields played good
for nothing. No. Is Justin Jefferson?
I don't think he would leave for nothing.
I don't think that's going to happen.
If he's like, hey,
maybe
I know for a fact that the Dolphins are going to pay me a ton of money because Tyreek Hill says he's retiring at 32.
Yeah.
So
they're going to have that's what he said.
So they're going to have a bunch of money and they're going to need some speed at wide receiver. He makes sense there. And Miami, no income tax. You got the Dolphins. They're on a much better timeline than the Vikings. It's not Minnesota. So that's a problem. Just the fact that he could leave is a problem.
You're saying that if we're trading Justin Jefferson,
you get the number 1 overall pick.
No.
You are saying no?
We give you more. Obviously, we wouldn't just give you the first pick.
It's like
it's salary.
You guys would get
but that's the
we would give you a lot of fucking picks. Like you'd get a lot. You get a lot of future stuff.
I think
you'd probably get the first overall pick, probably 2 more after that. At least 2 more, and then maybe some pick down the line. Fuck, we might even give you like Mooney just to give you another receiver.
Because Justin Jefferson,
we're not giving you DJ
and Justin Fields, that's a duo I could get behind.
So
I would poop my pants.
See, here's the thing.
With DJ Moore,
you get a haul. You get a haul,
but it goes back to the same point of
who's gonna
why would I trade? Yeah, cool.
Caleb Williams,
Caleb Williams looks like generational talent. Looks like he has not played a single second in the NFL.
It's true.
Justin Jefferson right now is young as fuck and is the best receiver in all of football.
But he might leave. He might walk away.
I don't see that happening.
Why not though?
I don't think. I think we will eventually come to our senses.
They're stupid.
They are stupid.
And if he's an unrestricted free agent, there is nothing restricting him from talking to the Dolphins, to talking to the Bills, talking to those teams, talking to the Cowboys. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
with a star on his helmet.
We would get Caleb Williams. Yeah, we traded the best receiver in football to get you though. If that makes sense. But we got KJ Osborne for you, though.
Okay, Jordan Addison?
We got Jordan Addison.
And TJ? Y'all would go and, like, draft a receiver or something, like...
This is also just the fan in me.
Oh, yeah.
This is the fan in me.
You just don't want to see Justin Jefferson go.
Like, if I saw...
If QB for 10 years.
If I woke up one morning and I saw that Justin Jefferson has
Breaking news. Justin Jefferson has been traded.
I think
I would convulse on the ground if Justin Jefferson was a Bear. Like, if I read that, like, breaking news, like, I'd probably drive here.
Navy and orange.
I would drive here and be, like, banging on your door. I'd be like, Corey, you'll never fucking believe this.
Well, because we've seen the framework happen last year with DJ Moore and that number 1 pick. Like, that, it's possible to see players go for that pick.
That is the perfect scenario. But DJ Moore's not Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. And Caleb Williams isn't Bryce Young.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams isn't Bryce Young.
I just think it's to the point where, like, because he's... How far are we doing a retail tool or are we doing a full-on rebuild?
They don't know.
Exactly, they don't know. So that's the thing. We still got hopes making the fucking playoffs.
You can still compete. Like if you get Caleb Williams, it's not like you're gutted.
No, we're not.
You can still compete. Even if you get rid of Justin Jefferson, like your offense obviously goes down, but you're not like gutted. Like you still have a good quarterback throwing the ball. Like you're gonna have the highest paid tight end in the league. Jordan Addison will be your 1 now. Mm-hmm. Like after a stellar rookie performance, like you're gonna go
just
out.
Liking the idea of Jefferson on the Bears.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Like you're gonna go out and get some vet receiver. Like you're gonna sign some Brandon Cooks ass guy or something.
Right, like Adam Thielen Part 2. You know,
he comes back. Get the band back together.
Fuck,
we're getting the band back together.
Look, from the outside perspective, as a Patriots fan who has no personal say, and it makes sense for both teams.
Be awesome.
It would.
It does make sense. It's just
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
Like Justin Jefferson.
If he leaves, though, you're going to be sitting there just like, man, we could have had a lot more than...
Be like, damn, why is Justin Jefferson on the Texans?
If Justin Jefferson does leave and you get nothing out of it, you fire everybody.
Yeah.
Fire everyone.
It's still early
Portland
on.
even got something from Dame.
Right now, we looking bad enough to just be in contention to get Caleb Williams on our own pick.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So...
Hey, I'm right there with you, brother.
So y'all keep saying that, but the Panthers ain't finna win. Panthers won't win a game. But they might beat us, and then we win. And then even when we lose, we win.
I don't know. Those 0-16 teams, they have looked the part.
They said the Bears could have gone 0-17. Like, I can't remember who it was.
They don't look that bad, I don't think. The Panthers don't. The Bears, though, the year that they went almost... What was the worst record they've had?
I think 3-13 is the worst we've done.
Nah, that's...
It was whatever year... yeah, it was, because we had the first pick, and then we had the second pick. Because that's when we got Mitch.
Oh, that's right.
I think we went 3-13 that year as well.
So at 0-16 teams, you can
Lions,
tell. Like
and the Browns.
The Browns and the Lions. I think the Panthers win a couple games.
The Panthers, they'll win a game.
I think the
There's
Patriots.
No way.
Patriots legit could go 2-14.
They could. No, we might spank that on prime time. we might beat them
Patriots,
like 35-0.
There's Patriots Bears.
I don't think we play against this. No, I'm talking about the Panthers.
Oh, Patriots.
It is still early, but these teams are definitely in purgatory. But
I would say worse than purgatory for some of those teams.
Kind of going on to like the next thing that happens this weekend. Bills lose to our former Jags.
Really, just don't. If you're playing the Jags in London, you just lose. Like that's a second home to them.
London games are so difficult for players.
Eventually,
I think no, you can't.
No, probably.
You literally can't. Like the money, bro. that they would be shelling out for people to fucking like fly to London. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a whole
Instead
ordeal.
of fucking Chicago to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Or like Jacksonville to Houston.
I bet
like,
Mexico City gets a team
Mexico
before
City.
London does.
Or like they get like another fucking, I don't even know.
Another expansion team.
Yeah, you could do like another Missouri team or something.
Missouri team. Nah, let Iowa get a team, all right?
Iowa even getting a team would be
But
cool.
The main question was, I feel like this was more about the Bills losing the game than the Jags, but
That's what they do, though. Josh Allen, he does that thing. Like,
Josh fucking Allen, man.
they're Super
even know
Bowl
what to say.
contenders.
are they?
They are.
But they're like in a tier just below the Eagles, Chiefs, and Niners to me.
And like when you, because it's the Bills are like, let's take a step forward and then 5 steps backwards
and shoot ourselves
like
in the
let's
foot.
beat the shit out of the Dolphins. Yep. And then let's lose to the Jags. Fuck it. Why not?
The Jags are good.
Why
The
not?
Jags are good. They have
but
T-Law, man.
You're telling me the Bills shouldn't have beat the Jags. I get it. I just said, but in London, if that game's not in London, the Bills probably win.
And that's the thing. Like London
They came
games-
out and said,
Did you say they flew in the night fucking
flew in on
before?
Friday.
and a lot of the
and
players were complaining about the turf.
The
They
turf
said,
was cement. They said it was like cement. So
Playing on the same turf.
No, Jaguars
that-
ain't
And
different
you
turf.
flew in on Friday, like,
Yeah.
to be fair.
The Bills' defense scares me. They are.
They also they lost Matt Milano for the fucking year, bro.
What'd he do?
Torn something.
Oh Jesus!
Trey White
They signed.
goes out for the
They just
Achilles,
signed Josh Norman.
who's 35.
Yeah,
What?
he's
They
not
signed
gonna.
Josh Norman?
Yes, he's not gonna do anything for them.
He's going to be an
He
assistant
is gonna
coach.
get murdered by someone. Like
Oh.
the Bills' defense
to not touch
is
the field.
so bad for no reason.
They do give Von Miller back this week, though.
They already had him.
Yeah.
They had him back that
They
week.
had him.
just
They
had
had him in London. It didn't fucking matter. So
I'm pretty sure he
but
was limited.
The Bills are very inconsistent. That's my only gripe with them.
Yes.
He didn't
very.
play. He didn't play a whole lot of that game.
Probably
Just
not, but he was
came
still
off
there.
injury, yeah.
Look, the Jaguars, they're the best team in their division. They have Trevor Lawrence, who we've kind of been waiting to take that like next level QB leap. So I don't think them losing to the Jags is really that big of a deal.
But I
don't
think
think
that's a
it's-
game you should win.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Not a
That's-
crazy loss. Not you're not surprised they lost, but you need to win. You look on the schedule, you go, all right, they need to win that game.
I don't know. That's a team like you. To me, Jaguars, they're plucky. You know, they got Calvin Ridley. He's a solid receiver. They had the
Calvin Ridley
number
did
one
have
pick
a
a couple
day.
years ago.
He did.
Yeah,
He
him and
finally had a good
Etienne
game.
both had a day.
Etienne, solid. They have
ETN ate them up, bro.
developing O line, like and
Hey,
a
that doesn't
really
mean you don't
strong.
need to be, like, they did need to win that game.
They needed to win that game.
Just because they have
for
good players
division
doesn't mean you don't
sakes,
win.
for record sakes,
Every
like,
game matters in that
Yeah.
in that context. But I mean,
any given Sunday.
the Jaguars, exactly. They're I think a little closer to the Bills than I think we're realizing. Jaguars.
No, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
I love the
doubting
Jaguars.
the Jaguars at all.
I got them high up.
But if you were to give me the Jaguars and the Bills, like I'm gonna pick the Bills 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say so
That's
too.
why I'm saying I think they should beat them.
The Bills are a team that puts themselves on the level of Kansas City, and I guess into a certain extent,
They play to their
the level,
competition.
They
the
are.
level of the Bengals, more so KC. But like, if they compare themselves to KC goes into London and wins that game.
Yeah,
Probably.
Like,
yeah.
I just feel like the Bills just beat themselves more than teams actually beat them.
I don't know. I feel like Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen get mad at each other every other week.
I
Like,
think that pick that he threw to Stephon Diggs, I think that was a 50-50.
Did he just throw it up? I didn't even see it.
He threw it up.
Like an arm
Diggs
punt.
in the corner went up for it. The corner just came
This
down with
man,
it.
Josh Allen damn near turned it into like Jay Cutler.
I don't know. He's a little better. Than
He got
Cutler.
the. I think he is, but he throws the ball like a fucking missile. He got the arm talent. He's like, I don't know. He just best arm punt in the game. Like
to me,
the Bills as a team are just inconsistent. That's my gripe.
Yeah, he's consistent, but Josh Allen will always be a top level echelon quarterback to me. He is top 5 to me when
I
he's
think
playing
he
his
really,
best.
when he's playing his best, he's like it's Patrick Mahomes, and then when Josh Allen's playing his best, it's Josh Allen and everybody
yeah.
else. But like, Josh Allen can go from anywhere from 2 to 12 or like 2 to 8 on a quarterback list, but depending on how he's playing.
Fuck, I don't even know who I'd take over him like right now.
And QB play, really, especially in this day and age, it's what makes or breaks a Super Bowl
Hurts ain't even
contender.
playing that good.
The Eagles are just scraping by.
I mean,
Yeah.
but like they're just
He's still playing good.
they're a win's a win.
yeah, he's
like
still
they're
playing good, but he's
really
not playing like that good.
it really like they're just pulling these games. They're winning the games they should win. I can't say nothing bad about it. Yes, it might look ugly, depending on who they're playing, but like wins are wins.
Yeah, wins a win.
The Eagles are a team that I've kind of thinking they're just going to turn it up at some point. Like, they haven't really played a team that they know is on their level, but they're still taking care of business.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really say anything about that. And the Bills, like the Eagles, the Bills should be taking care of business. Yes, their defense is banged up, but like you have Josh Allen, you have Stephon Diggs. Like they should be eating a lot more.
I want to see who. I'm going to pull up the Bills' schedule here really quick because I know they play the Giants next week, and they're 3-2.
They'll have the Patriots twice, so that's two more free wins.
You go Giants, then you're at Patriots, which will be a tough game for no fucking reason because they're in Foxborough.
It's not the Patriots of old, man.
And then Giants Bills.
That's a Bailey Zappi game.
It's on fucking prime time.
Yeah, that's a Bailey Zappi game.
How is Giants Bills on prime time? And then
Battle in New York?
It's in New York, that's why. Then you got the Patriots. Then you go play the Bucks on prime time again on Thursday.
They should be 3-0.
Wow, they lose that game.
It's in Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. They win that game.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
No, they win.
They might blow out the Bucks.
Then you're going at Cincy. They have 3 primetime games in a row.
The Bucks are good.
You're in Cincy. Then you're against the Broncos, Jets, and then this stretch right here will make or break them because you finish out. So this is what week 14. You go Chiefs, Cowboys, Chargers, Patriots, Dolphins to end the year.
What? That's a weird stretch.
That's sick.
That stretch will be interesting.
4 out of those 5 are tough games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting.
And then the Patriots game's in Orchard Park. So
when's their bye?
13.
Oh, at least they get the week off before that insane run.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could.
Well, okay. Here you go. Eagles bye. Then you go on that stretch.
I didn't hear the Eagles in there. Eagles by Chiefs.
They have a tough stretch, but I think by that time they'll be fine. I think they'll be fine by that time.
I think they're just going to beat up on all these bad teams they're about to play.
Those are measuring stick games, though.
They're going to be at a point where like going like 3-2 over that stretch, or like 2-3 won't absolutely murder them.
I think they're going to get that run game going more and stop relying on Josh Allen to fucking throw the ball 40 times.
I mean, James Cook's been cooking. This is the only game where James Cook kind of got neutralized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, James Cook's been playing good, so I think they're going to more rely on that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just need to beat the Dolphins because the Dolphins will be at that same pace. So tiebreakers will matter. So if they don't win the Dolphins game, then they could very well be a wild card team.
Yeah.
Dolphins win that division. Jets aren't making playoffs. Patriots definitely make playoffs.
They're going to be like... That division's looking like how like the Cowboys and Eagles are, like the Bills or the Dolphins. Whoever doesn't win that division is just going to be the top wild card team.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But getting into the next topic, is it the 49ers and everybody else?
You skipped the one.
Yeah.
I was. We can talk about it.
We can gloss over it. Just because
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I didn't really see. Yeah.
Well, okay. So it says, are the refs letting Casey off the hook? And
I hate to do this, but like we've seen like games that me and you have watched.
It's just the Jets one that I had the gripe with. Like the one against you guys in the moment, yeah, it's a big deal. But like, so you got to think the ball wasn't even near where fucking whoever that was, like whoever he threw it to.
It was Jordan Addison.
You could have maybe called holding, maybe, but then the guy took his helmet off. And then the referee told him to put it back on. But it was a turnover on downs anyway, so the penalty doesn't go against the Jags. It would go against them on the offense, while they're on offense. So, I don't know. Nothing in the Minnesota game was crazy. They did miss a illegal hands to the face call, though. So, I don't think...
The only thing that I know was on downs and everything else, but like we saw last year with DJ Moore... Game-winning touchdown. I'm pretty sure they called it back because he took his helmet off.
No, they didn't call it back.
They just set the penalty.
It's a PAT.
Yeah,
penalty.
They got a penalty because of that. But like,
you can't take your helmet off.
He took his helmet off, and they were like, "Chill," and I told him to put it back on. I'm like,
so but that's a turnover on downs.
I know. I'm a Vikings fan.
Why
it pissed me off in the moment that like.
Actually, that's technically excessive celebration. That's why they called on DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
So then, and it fucked them. That's how they lost that game. Because if he just makes that PAT, they just win.
And then the Jets one was way worse.
The Jets one was crazy. That was the craziest no call I've seen in a minute. But yeah, that's all we were gonna say about that.
I don't know.
Referees, I think, should be fined on bad calls. That's just. I think we talked about it last week.
Just pay them more.
But pay them more. Pay them more. And
no, just give them less games.
Yeah, or give them less games.
Demote them to college football.
All right, buddy, you missed this call. You only get 5 games next year.
The Niners.
Is it really just the Niners and then the rest of the NFL right now?
Always dangerous to start doing that because then
No.
start to put
No, because like the Chiefs are still there. Like the Chiefs are starting to ramp up again.
Can't sleep.
Eagles are still there. Like
know.
the 49ers are the best team in the league right now. Hands down.
Like I'm pretty sure we said a couple episodes ago. Like it's the Chiefs. Chiefs are going to be my Super Bowl favorite until it's just not the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Until I see the Chiefs like actually somebody in the AFC go and take them out. Like they're just going to be the favorite. Like I don't care what the NFC brings.
They just have the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, I'm not gonna ever be worried about what the Chiefs are doing. They're gonna be there. If somebody takes them out, they take them out. But they're gonna be my favorite in the NFC until
you still got a lot of like talent on the AFC side.
Yeah,
like whoever they play, I'm gonna guess the 49ers are probably gonna make the Super Bowl. Like
I don't know, man.
That's what I think. But then whoever they play on that AFC side is gonna be tough.
Yeah,
I can see them play a real team.
There's teams on the AFC that have the offense to match what that defense is bringing.
Mm-hmm.
So
and there's teams with actual defenses too. Like the Cowboys, didn't do my Brock Purdy take any help by just letting him do whatever he wants.
That's George Kittle though.
That's kind of the second part of this question.
George Kittle though,
He's cool, but he had 4 targets. Give the man a little more love.
Yeah, that's true.
He had 21.
It was his birthday.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. But like 21.6 fantasy points combined up until that point. I don't think George Kittle gets more than 10 points the rest of the season.
Should Brock Purdy be considered in MVP conversations?
I think he should.
He should be,
he
but
should.
he shouldn't. He's probably not going to win it.
He'll win it. The only way he wins it is if they win like fucking 15 games.
And he puts up
and he
crazy
keeps
numbers.
It going. Yeah,
if he's just doing his little like 200 yards a game, one touchdown, no interception thing.
It would be like they would give if they really won like 15, 16 games, they would do him. He'd probably win MVP, and then Chris McCaffrey win an Offensive Player of the Year.
So looking at their schedule, yes, anything can happen on like
any given Sunday.
But looking at their schedule, next they got the Browns. Deshaun Watson probably doesn't play, even if he plays.
They said they're going to start PJ Walker.
Yeah,
I don't know. Myles Garrett makes things interesting.
I still think the Niners get out of that.
They'll win. It might look ugly, but they'll win.
Mm-hmm. Then they got the Vikings. They're winning that game. This is interesting because they got the Bengals. Ooh. They got the Bengals, but this is coming off of a bye for the Bengals. So Joe Burrow gets more rest. This is at the Niners.
Is that a primetime game?
No, 3:00 game.
What the fuck?
That's not a primetime game, but we get not Dolphins, but we get Bills Giants, yeah.
So this could be interesting game depending on Joe Burrow. Then they got the Jags in Jacksonville.
Okay. Could
be a frisky game, but they probably win. Then they got the Bucks. They're beating the Bucks. And then this is the stretch where they could drop one. Seattle always got to play them tough. Mm-hmm. Then they got the Eagles and Seattle again.
They said, I saw videos like there's no game on the schedule until the first Seahawks game.
Yeah.
That's like your little sus. You're like, okay, they could maybe like if they get out of that stretch, like Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks, and they beat them all, they're going undefeated.
The only team that could fuck
you maybe
with them
lose
is
the
Rams.
last game because you started all your backups.
They got the Rams in the last game.
Yeah,
but I think they would play if they had a chance.
If they had a chance to go undefeated, I'm playing my starters.
Yeah. They have this juggernaut team, but I have firsthand witnessed a juggernaut team not really struggle in the regular season, just a couple times here and there. They go into the playoffs and all's dandy, and then the Super Bowl hits, and you play a stupid 8 seed wild card game, and then 18-1.
And then somehow Eli Manning doesn't get sacked.
Eli Manning throws the ball up.
He catches the ball on his helmet.
Brand receiver who will never make another NFL catch. David Tyree. He'll never make another catch in his career.
But people don't talk about the play before. The Mario Manningham catch on the sidelines.
That was the Super Bowl. That was 2011.
Was that a different one?
Yeah.
I think that play is even more like important than the fucking
play equally sucks. I hate it.
Eli Manning owns the Patriots.
So I'm not ready to crown the Niners Super Bowl champions. I'm
not either.
I'm not even ready to call them undefeated.
There's only been one team ever to go undefeated,
and it was back in the 70s.
Dolphins.
So I don't know if anyone's ever doing it again.
I just think they're gonna get caught slipping, even though like they have some games that they should win. Like
plus 17 games.
They could get caught slipping against the Jags.
That's what I mean. Like it's those Seahawks games, man.
Yeah,
those division games. People play the hardest your divisional opponents because they see you so much. Like
So I think they're the clear best team, though. I think you're right, Corey. But to say that it's them and I think they're in that same tier as the Chiefs.
I think it's them and the Eagles. I think
it's probably Chiefs, Eagles, 49ers, and that's your echelon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see them play the Eagles because the
After
Cowboys
that Seahawks game too.
The Cowboys, like what they did to the Cowboys, like
so crazy.
We've had, I think we talked about it last episode, the questions with the offense for the Cowboys, because like when you look at their roster, like it's CD and like that was it. They completely neutralized Tony Pollard.
It started so well, so the 49ers go up 14-0.
Yeah.
But then you responded and you scored. You're like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Like we might get a shootout here. And then
we got a shootout,
just
right?
Nothing after that.
Dak Prescott to the defense.
Dak Prescott, I saw.
Was
fuck.
it
so
three straight interceptions?
The one was a complete overthrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he picked it off. The one that got tipped in the air, it's kind of his fault. Not really his fault. If it's tipped in the air and the guy gets it,
didn't set his receiver up for success on it though.
The third one, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I watched that one, and he is just staring at this slant that's coming across, and the linebacker's like, okay, and just took it.
I'll take that.
Did I expect to see the backups in with 10 minutes left in the game? No, I did not.
That
was a wake up call for Dallas.
It definitely was.
And I think Micah Parsons needs to shut the fuck up.
He does. No, you are 100% right.
He needs to quit talking.
Why is it personal now?
It's not personal. Did George Kittle? Did George Kittle straight up say, "Hey, fuck you, Micah Parsons"? No, he didn't.
I'm okay with him seeing it as personal, because Tom Brady, he saw it as aggressive. He wanted to kill the other team. I'm okay with him seeing it as personal. If you're seeing it personal now, why the fuck wasn't it personal during the game?
This man, Michael Parsons, got absolutely shelled. He had 3 tackles. I think that was it the whole game.
Yeah, that one half sack.
No, it didn't count as half a sack. So it doesn't even count as a sack. George Kittle just has the fuck Dallas shirt. Yep. And then he basically said live now, cry later, or laugh now, cry later.
Mm-hmm.
Debo said next time might be worse.
It might be worse.
For the Cowboys.
And I feel like it's crazy, because I always want to, y'all had me in the group chat after the game acting like I was our friend Jason, he defended Dak Prescott, but I'm like,
welcome to the team.
I'm like, there's, points in the game where, you have a top 10 receiver in football. Get him the ball in space. There's times Dak Prescott...
Don't say you can't do that.
Dak Prescott is just missing CD Lamb.
Yeah.
And, they took away the Cowboys' run games with what they rely on, and, even, watching something like First Take, Shannon Sharp, but going into the weekend when they were playing this game, what's going to happen when you play a team that doesn't fuck up that much like the Niners, and you don't get defensive touchdowns? It's what is your we've said it as a joke, how will your offense respond? How will you respond?
Dak Prescott to the defense. 3 straight times.
Fucking, I don't know.
What is he doing?
It's just so weird. Michael Parsons is just I get it, taking it personally.
The number one thing is his poise under pressure in the pocket.
Was it that injury that changed him?
It's gone. It's gone. When he gets pressured, he just can't do it. When he runs out of the pocket, I've seen people open or people not open, and he just doesn't throw the ball away, which
you guys have to get a better number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon Cooks just ain't getting open.
Brandon Cooks?
I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup is
you guys gotta let him. You guys signed him after he tore his ACL.
No way that Alonzo and Jason listen this far. Michael Gallup was never as good as DJ Moore.
Yeah, I can't believe he even said that. He said that he said Michael Gallup was on what DJ Moore's on right now, and I'm
before his
I pulled up receipts. I was like, Michael Gallup has had 1,000 yard season. One. No. And he's in the same draft class as DJ Moore.
Yeah.
And DJ Moore has had 4. So I don't understand what he's arguing.
I will say I don't here I go again. It's not all on Dak Prescott. It's also on play calling. It's also play calling.
Oh, yeah, no, Mike
McCarthy needs to give up the reins.
We need to figure it out. Someone else needs to do it because there's no motion, there's no creativity. The one creative play we had all night, we score a touchdown.
Yeah. It's crazy because we were talking about last the Niners secondary isn't crazy like their front is. So
it's one of their weaker spots.
Yeah, I'm you have CD Lamb and I'm sitting here, they're not taking any shots downfield. They are just surrendering and just punting. You'll have 3 straight plays of not even taking a look downfield.
It was the going into half.
And when we do, it's just 3 verts.
No.
The going into half.
That
pissed me off.
I wanted to leave. You guys have
2 timeouts.
2 timeouts with 30 seconds left to try to get
No, it wasn't 30. It was like 15. They had 15 seconds. They had a chance.
They had a chance to get into field goal range.
You could have got into field goal range.
And they gave up. When I saw them just go into the half with just no chance, no effort to just take a shot downfield, and you get the ball back after half anyways.
That's one thing I always try to explain to Zoe. I'm like, teams are so stat dependent nowadays. Like if I'm at midfield and there's or not even midfield, the 40 or something, and there's 5 seconds left, I'm throwing that bitch up. What are the actual odds that he picks that off and runs it all the way back?
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
I was like, that's not gonna happen. Why not take a shot? What are you losing instead of just handing the ball off and just going to halftime?
It's crazy because they didn't even try to get into just field goal range alone.
So odd. I just don't understand.
And then the one time
you do a 3rd and 6 where we just decided to run the ball for some reason. There's no upside to running the ball. You had no chance. We just run the ball.
Then the one shot you do take downfield, Dak, beautiful fucking ball to the end zone
to the other team.
And then you're like,
oh, the touchdown.
Yes. And then it's I'm talking about that one when they were in the game trying to take a shot downfield, and then that was it. That was the rest of the shots they took really downfield, and the other one was the fucking pick. And at that point, the game was already over.
Yeah.
Okay, this might sound kind of stupid from an outside fan, but Nick, how much of it do you think is the coaching staff not trusting Dak to make the right decision?
Can you ask that again? Sorry.
No. How much of this conservative play calling stems from Dak last year leading the league in interceptions, and how much of it do you think is the coaching staff not trusting Dak?
I think it's a little bit. I also think part of it is Mike McCarthy's just not a creative play caller, and I think it was complete BS, that whole documentary we saw of him going away from a year after getting fired and going into his basement and figuring out a whole new game plan. I think that was completely false.
Yeah, he only won.
That's part of it.
He had Aaron Rodgers for how many years and only got there once.
Yeah, but to your point, I do think that is part of it because there's just no shots downfield. Like Corey said, there's just no shots downfield, and Dak doesn't look confident in himself.
And his interceptions were egregious.
You gave him pieces to go downfield. Why are you not trying it?
You guys gave up in that before fucking. You guys came out after half. After that first little drive, y'all went 3 and out, and that was it. Y'all gave up after that. Because then you got Brock Purdy just out here just finding Kittle every rip.
I think we're gonna be fine.
You guys will.
We need to win on Monday. Just the play calling needs to change a little bit.
They'll be fine.
Dak needs to play better. I don't know if Brandon Cooks just isn't getting open. Michael Gallup just isn't getting open. I don't know.
I think the ceiling for this team.
I think that was a wake up call for the defense. I think they will be okay.
Ceiling is the floor. Ceiling is the NFC Championship game.
Oh yeah, that's always been the Cowboys' mantra.
No, they've been Super Bowl or bust for.
I think it's always wild card bust.
I don't think you can be Super Bowl or bust if you ain't been to the Super Bowl.
But they're the Cowboys, so they're always Super Bowl
America's
bust.
team.
Yeah, but the Bengals have they can be a Super Bowl or bust team because they've been there before. You don't get to call yourself a Super Bowl or bust team unless you've been there.
They're the exception though because they're the Cowboys.
Wait, what do you mean Super Bowl or bust? What's bust?
Yeah, I don't.
What does bust mean? Does bust mean
it's a failure of a season?
Does bust mean you're disappointed? Because
a failure of a season.
I think every team that doesn't win the Super Bowl is disappointed.
No, because the Lions last season, they weren't expecting to win the Super Bowl and they were plucky and they were fun. There's team like Patriots. We know we're not going to win the Super Bowl this season. I'm going to be happy if they win 3 games. It's manage your expectations. The Jaguars
you're saying Cowboys fans just always expect to...
Yeah, in the front office. And Jerry Jones, their whole thing has been we are trying to build a Super Bowl championship team every
Cowboys
season.
Cowboys fans are the worst.
And Cowboys fans, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying the general reputation
I know
is that it is a super... every season is we have to win the Super Bowl. That's our goal.
Versus, he's not wrong.
The Jaguars, forever... They knew they weren't going to win the Super Bowl. They had Blake Bortles at one time, and that was weird.
They should have fucking made it.
Should have.
First of all,
Patriots won that game.
He wasn't down. Trust me, he wasn't down.
No, he was. I was there actually. I was
there.
I was the running back. No.
If we're saying it's Super Bowl or bust to the fans, that's fine. I'll accept that.
I don't think
it's
Yeah, not
Super Bowl or bust. We're done for. Send everything home if we don't win.
No, because
you guys have young enough pieces where you'll never be at that
like
point
we're
for
gonna
a
be
long
fine.
time.
We're gonna have a great defense for years to come.
Yeah, just mean managing expectation wise, it's
you guys.
But and again, with the fans, like that's never gonna stop. It's just something we should accept, and I don't even think it's a talking point at this point.
It's just you guys have to figure out something offensively.
Like it's just a given. Cowboys fans are delusional.
Yeah.
It's fine. We just
Cowboys and
the
Lakers
most
fans
self-aware
are
Cowboy fan.
Cowboys and Lakers fans are legit the same thing.
God, Holden.
Like they are legit the same exact thing.
Holden swears to God.
Cowboys, Yankees, Lakers.
Holden swears to God the Lakers are going to win the championship next year.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh
But
my God.
we're kind of a decent way through. We've kind of figured out what teams are.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most sneaky team from each conference? To wrap up the episode.
Sneaky?
I'll start with the
sneaky
NFC. I
team.
brought up their name earlier. So is Detroit Lions, in my opinion.
I like that.
I think Detroit
NFC.
could easily win a playoff
They
game.
could be They could beat. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Niners or the Eagles.
But they could steal a. I think if they win the division, they get a game at Ford Field. That place going to be rocking.
I think, like I said, I'm not overly worried about Dallas, but I think looking at it all around, I think the Lions could be like the third best team
Be a good game.
in the NFC.
Yeah.
Because I can see the Lions beating the Cowboys.
For sure.
I think the Lions are that third best team. It's just they're not.
I
They're
think
like
they
Dallas. Dallas and the Lions are the third,
It'd
fourth
be
best
interesting.
team.
Like it'd be like Dallas. If Dallas and the Lions played, it depends on where it is. Because if you're in Detroit, I think that game gets crazy. Like, but if we're in Dallas, I think Dallas handles them.
So for playoff wise, we're probably looking Niners at 1,
Eagles
at 2, and then Lions right there at the 3 seed. Because the NFC South, that's going to be Falcons, Saints.
That's one of those teams.
One of those two teams.
And it's looking like it.
The Bucks. No, it's gonna be
Bucks could be the Bucks.
It might be the Bucks.
Might be the Bucks. I don't know. One of
I'm
those.
thinking Rams, man.
Rams could be because then after that
I
we
think
got
the
Cowboys,
Rams are-
I think
Seahawks.
the Seahawks could be
And the
fucking sleeper
Seahawks.
team.
I think the Rams and Seahawks are the same.
I think the Rams.
I like the Seahawks a little bit.
I think I like the Rams more.
I like the Rams more.
Is it Puka? Is Puka Doncic?
Cooper Kupp's back. Higginbottom's now playing. Stafford's still doing his thing.
Higginbottom.
I think whenever you have somebody like Aaron Donald on the defense, yes, your defense can be very up and down, but he's the game breaker. He can get to the quarterback no matter what they do.
Like again, they played the Eagles. Like they kept it close for a while. Like until that like that end of third quarter, like fourth quarter is just where the Eagles turn into like that's the difference that makes the Eagles so
That's
good.
when the Rams
the
didn't get
game
the ball back.
management and everything.
Yeah.
Like the Eagles are that type of team to have a 9-minute drive to just end the game.
And that's why they're not putting up the crazy points.
That's what
that the
I mean.
Niners
They're
are.
able to tire the defense down.
They are a super clock managing team,
And that's smart.
and
Because
it's
their
super
O-line-
good for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Swift with that O line is just unstoppable.
It's because they'll
They
get
have
This
like
is what the
it'll be
Cowboys
like
are supposed to be.
it'll be like first and 10 because they'll go like first and 10, second and 6, third and 1,
Yeah.
sneak,
Yeah.
repeat. Like it'll just keep and then you
Yeah,
just
dude.
burn
Having
time.
the brotherly shove makes every
92% works 100%
every
of the time.
drive is 4 down territory. Like even if you're on like the opponent's 30-yard line, 4th and 1, you're
Yeah.
going for that.
They said I watched their podcast. I don't know when they said this, but they were like, "All right, 4th and inches, game's on the line. You're on the 1-yard line. You got to score a touchdown to win this game. What are you running?" And Travis Kelce was like, "Probably like a rollout or something." And Jason Kelce was like, "I don't understand." He's like, 92%, we're running a fucking QB sneak.
Yeah.
He's like, 92% it works the time, like 100% of the time.
No.
Like if you just shove, you're gonna get it. Like
it's just like
Other
I
teams
don't-
can't do it.
he said like
I
he's
will
like
live
I don't
by the
understand.
QBs.
He's like I don't understand why teams. He's like it's 1 fucking yard.
Yeah.
He's like just do it. Like
their quarterbacks can't squat 600 pounds. That's the difference. Jalen Hurts can.
that they're gonna look at it
He
and
is
this-
him.
at the end of
Yeah.
the season. And if they do something that involves it being a flag, that's fucking crazy.
it's a
And
personnel thing,
horse
not
shit.
like
They're gonna call it like an illegal formation or something.
What, you can't have
I think
3
that's what
people in the backfield within.
But you have to do it. That's how you need the ball.
like
That's-
it's I don't know what the NFL could do to get involved
They said
with this.
I remember who was I was explaining to someone the only gripe they have against it is injuries.
But that's just the Giants being the Giants.
Yeah, the
you know?
two Giants players.
They've
got
never
hurt.
gone over it before.
you don't have Jason Kelsey, which is the best center in the
Jason-
league.
yeah.
So,
Don't-
like you don't.
the
You
best.
should.
They said some shit like he got flagged or like because they went to go do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And, they said that Landon Dickerson was lined up directly with him, and like that's why they called a flag, and you could see his hand is past the ball, and Jason Kelsey's like, that's my hand.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not. He was in a 4-point stance for a QB sneak.
Yeah, he's
You know how fucking crazy that is?
with a 4-point stance.
In a
That's
4-point
awesome.
stance, holding the ball with your other hand right here, and then snapping it.
Yes.
Like that shit is crazy.
So it's the pretty much same teams for all of us: Seahawks, Rams,
These
Detroit.
sneaky teams
I
on the NFC side.
I think it's the Rams because the Rams they're proven, and I just think the connection that offense has with Cup first game back,
100 yards.
Team that just went to the Super Bowl had like 75 fucking yards at half. Looked like he didn't miss a single step.
Puka even ate.
They
just traded.
They traded
Van Jefferson
Yeah, they did trade
Van
him.
Jefferson.
to the
That's who they
Falcons.
traded.
That's gonna help them.
Yeah,
He'll play.
yeah, for sure because they need it.
Yeah.
But
The Rams don't have that O line that they did when they won the Super Bowl.
they do not. Sadly,
they don't. And they got a sneaker from Kyron Williams and we're still in that game. But I think you have a veteran quarterback who has played with a bad O line before. Stafford, he's if there's anybody that's a dog in the league, it's Matthew Stafford.
I'm so glad Stafford got his ring.
Yeah,
Like it was awesome.
but what Nick?
I'm gonna use that exact same characteristic to describe Geno Smith.
Ooh.
Geno
If you were to
Smith is a
put, if
dog.
you were to
Still
like,
hasn't roped back.
you can't compare Geno Smith and Matthew Stafford.
Well, no, I'm not saying like Stafford. That's the way specific. Geno Smith is a dog. You see what happened to him last week? He got hurt, came out, was talking.
He was
yapping.
He was talking his
What's
shit.
blood yapping about?
What's blood
yapping about?
I don't know. I'll take the Seahawks. I do like the Rams, but just because I like the Seahawks defense a little bit more, I think.
I was just about to
I
say
like
that.
the
I
two
agree.
corners.
I just think having Cooper Kupp, somebody who was legit unstoppable at the receiver spot, could give.
I mean, yes, but like TK and Tyler Lockett ain't scrubs.
Oh no, Seahawks are better. They're better all around than the Rams, but I just think the Rams have just better playmakers.
I think the Rams just have better
I think
QB play.
the Rams are more explosive. I do think that. But I think the Seahawks will be a more reliable team come to playoffs.
I think if it would come down to
the end of the
QB,
season,
I think it would come down to QB play. And like, if you need someone to go do the thing, like I'm gonna have. I want Matthew Stafford over Geno Smith.
It's gonna be interesting on who, because it all really depends on who these teams would get matched up with in the first place in the playoffs. Because I don't know. I think the Seahawks have a better chance of beating the Niners than the Rams do, but I think the Rams have a better chance of beating the Eagles than like the Seahawks would. That's just because of the divisions and shit.
Yeah,
That division could send 3. That's possible, but it won't because Dallas is going to make the playoffs.
They'll be 3-3. Don't look. Next Monday could be 3-3.
They ain't finna lose.
Commanders sneaky. Okay, I wanted to say the Commanders, but they just lost to Chicago, so I can't say the Commanders.
Wipe that ass.
They lost 3 straight.
Yes.
Wipe that ass
Yes.
on prime time.
But so I'm gonna say Rams. You're gonna say Rams.
I say Rams.
Nick has Seahawks, and you have
Lions. They're my sleeper.
Okay. On to the AFC.
Sneaky teams.
Yeah.
It hurts to say this. The Steelers might be a sneaky team. It stings to say that.
The Pittsburgh Steelers?
Brother.
Yeah.
What is making you say this?
Dude, they
Will's
just
not
fucking
here, you
win,
know that,
bro.
right?
Dude,
they just win. It's so
TJ
ugly.
Watt is insane.
TJ Watt's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm about to put in a bet right now for him to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm not saying...
Okay.
They're not going to be like my number one, but like they're a team that can go into the playoffs and just win a game, which is so fucking stupid.
It's like crazy.
dumb.
Like, you're right.
It's
Because they
dumb
can get matched
that they
up
win
against
these
like
games.
the Ravens and fucking just win.
Like, how are you... So you're playing the Ravens at home, and you are just making Lamar look like a fucking bum. And, like, the Ravens just can't do anything.
Lamar didn't play well, but that game should have been...
The receivers did not help him. The receivers did not
Bateman,
help
wide
him.
open, end zone, dropped it. Zay Flowers let a ball go through his hands. Aguilar
The
fucking dropped
Aguilar
it.
drop.
I'm only saying the Steelers because they just find ways to win games. That's just what I'm
valid.
saying. I'm not saying
Yeah.
like because they have the
That's
personnel and everything. Like,
they
yeah,
don't.
their defense is good, but like they just win games and it's annoying as fuck.
Yeah, my sleeper, and again, I picked the Lions for the last one, so maybe I'm not really good at picking a sleeper, but I feel like the Jaguars are
I was gonna say Jags.
getting a little slept on. Trevor Lawrence, he's
Duval.
starting to take the leap. Calvin Ridley is really fast and actually pretty
hitting
good,
now.
isn't he?
He's turning up now.
Etienne, that's his guy from college, and Trevon Walker, he was the number one pick for a reason. I know he's not doing Aiden Hutchinson things, but
he had a good game this week.
And Josh Allen, the defensive Josh Allen, still a solid player.
You gotta look at this. Look at some of the teams on that side.
I just think Steelers. I don't trust that offense in the playoffs.
Neither do I.
Texans are too young. Titans are too old. I think the Jaguars are gonna shock people, man.
I guess it's the Chargers.
I want to also say the Chargers. I would definitely say the Chargers if they had Mike Williams.
Oh yeah.
It's to the point now where I don't really see them as a sleeper.
I don't think they're a sleeper.
Like we're talking about,
is there a sleeper even on the NFC side?
There's not even really that much of a sleeper. Like, 'cause I don't even know.
I think the
Jags.
What I mean. I think the Jags are a sleeper.
That's what I
I'm just
said.
staring at these helmets, like these teams, like. So like you got like the Chargers, no sleeper. Like Patriots suck. Bills are good. Browns aren't even I guess the Browns maybe.
No,
the Browns.
If the Browns got their shit together, they should be a sleeper.
Are the Raiders gonna be sneaky?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
Are the Raiders?
Jimmy G is
hey, now that might be something there because Jimmy G, Devontae Adams
might be hot.
Uh-oh.
Cincinnati.
You
Out
got to
of
say the
all
New
the
York
teams
Jets.
that I don't see as like a contending team, I think the Jets. If the
God,
Jets
I
found
knew
a
it.
way with that defense to get into the play, they could fuck somebody's day up if they got there. If they got there, I'm just saying it's hot. It's a hot take. I said it was a hot take before I said it.
I think you're lying.
I think you're lying as well. I think you just want to be different because if they make it to the playoffs, because if they make it to the playoffs, they're gonna play an actual good team.
Did I not say I was a hot take before I said it?
I think you just wanted to say it. Like
I think you're lying.
My team is the Jags.
I don't even think you believe it.
My team is the Jags.
Mine's the Titans. We lost.
Duval.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Denver Broncos.
Oh my god.
The true definition of the word sleeper there.
The Denver
No, I'm
Broncos.
just kidding. I'm not going with the
It's
Broncos.
got to be the Jags.
I'm going
Raiders.
I guess the Jags.
I'm going Raiders.
I mean, Texans.
Why?
Fuck it.
Why?
Maybe
not?
You said the Raiders. I just said the Jets. The Jets are what?
The Jets are so much worse than the Raiders.
What?
Yeah, that's
I
not,
don't believe that.
that's crazy.
I don't think so either.
What?
To that far.
Yeah,
What?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
The Jets lost to the Patriots.
I just say
What?
Zach Wilson's playing better than Jimmy Garoppolo this
All
year.
the Jets have better than the Raiders is a better defense.
He's talking.
Is Zach
Garoppolo
Wilson right now
Jimmy
is playing
Garoppolo
better
is
than Jimmy
better
G?
than Zach Wilson.
Right now, is he playing better than him though?
He
I would
missed a
think
game.
so. Yeah. Jimmy
Let's
Garoppolo.
not-
If anything, that's just more rest.
He missed a game.
If anything, that's just more rest.
I would take Jimmy Garoppolo over Zach Wilson in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's not.
Right now?
Yes.
No, okay.
Today, tomorrow, next
Yes.
week. Yeah, for sure.
But you're taking
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jets defense.
Jets defense wipes them out of the water.
But like, okay.
Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs. Like, okay, I'd even take their rookie fucking tight end over the Jets tight end.
Like, no. Like,
The Jets offense is Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, and that's about it.
I'm taking that over. They're not. The Raiders and
You're
Jets are
taking
doing
Breece Hall
nothing.
over Josh Jacobs.
Tyler
No.
Conklin has looked good the past few
No.
weeks.
I'm just saying in general. You're acting like it's the Raiders and then the Jets.
No, I'm not.
It's more like
I'm not.
lower the Raiders.
It's just the Raiders
They're
are
both
better than the
bad.
Jets.
I don't.
The Raiders are. Yeah, I'll take the Raiders, but it's not like crazy.
No,
It's
I'm
not
not
crazy.
saying it's crazy.
Nah, the Raiders are better
Okay.
than the Jets.
I'm just
though.
saying
Like-
the Raiders are a better football team than the fucking New York Jets.
I also
talking-
just think Jimmy Garoppolo is shit.
Oh, he is shit.
Like
talking-
Jimmy Garoppolo is so
the
bad.
Raiders as a team, as a whole, as a franchise, are better than the New York Jets.
Zach Wilson, 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jimmy G, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
Jesus.
We're talking both ass.
They're both shit. I get it.
They're both so
but
bad.
But I'm
the
taking
Raiders.
Zach Wilson's level of shit compared to Jimmy G. Jimmy G shouldn't be throwing 7 interceptions. Jimmy G
They're
been
not
around the
his
block.
fault.
Jimmy G been around the block. He should not be this bad.
Nah.
I don't
Give me
know.
the Raiders.
When I see Zach Wilson every time he plays the Patriots, I'm like, oh, that's a guy who has no idea what he's doing out there.
Give me the Raiders. Easy.
But you're
Raiders open up his favorites.
But you're
in that game.
going. You're going Chargers.
Give me the
rest of us are
Chargers.
Going Jags.
Jags, Cincinnati as well.
Because I guess
Quit yapping, blood.
Watch them get it ready. Watch them get it together, and then
They're not sneaky though.
They could.
are they not sneaky?
I
this
think,
point-
I think if they just get good, they're just good.
Yeah.
we all knew
Like,
Joe
but-
was
right now,
Like when the Bengals turn it up, we're like, oh, they were supposed to do that.
because Joe was hurt. He was dealing with that
I
calf
don't
strain.
think that's sneaky
Okay, but do you expect that to happen right now?
for them to turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just-
yes, I do actually.
You do? Okay.
I I always kind of figured they would once Joe Burrow
you expect them to turn the table and make the playoffs?
I think they should. Yes.
I think they win the division.
I think the Ravens had a chance to wrap this division cleanly up.
Your Ravens. Your 14-win Ravens.
Wins.
Fucking division.
Your 14-win Ravens.
They had a chance to wrap this division up and go advance to 4-1.
It is still possible for the Ravens to get 14 wins, FYI.
On God.
When I see
Talk to him. For some reason, we like to go to Odell Beckham with the game on the line.
I would too.
Joey Porter told him to go be a family man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He said, get your podcast equipment out, brother.
Like, Odell, you can't allow this.
That's funny as fuck.
Well, look, Bengals are sitting at 2-3, so they could, because the Steelers are leading the division at 3-2.
That division is so up in the air.
Ass.
It's so bad.
But Bengals
are the Ravens 2-3?
The Ravens are 3-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're tied.
I thought it was
but I guess the Ravens or the Steelers have the tiebreaker
The
because they just
Steelers
beat them.
are leading the division, and they have a points for of 79.
Nice.
And points allowed of 110.
Holy fuck.
Well, because they got beat the fuck up by the Texans.
Yeah, but it's just...
Last thing
the Niners.
Last thing we can talk about before we wrap up the episode. What do you guys think of the Matt Canada situation?
That video is so funny.
It's clearly not his play call.
Dude, on Twitter, like the quotes of that, like it just got me fucking
So
dead.
they had the offensive, like the OC suite, and like when George Pickens broke off for that touchdown, there's a video of everybody celebrating and teeing up,
and he's
except
just
for Matt
sitting
Canada.
there.
And then somebody nudges him like, "Oh, the camera's fucking on you to do something."
I think
Yeah.
I think he might have thought there was like I think he was waiting for it to see if there was like a flag on there or something. This also means just giving him the benefit of the doubt. But like I think he might have thought there was a flag or something, and he was just waiting to see like if there was actually a touchdown because it cuts off like right as he's about to get up. So I don't know, but the video with Chris Boswell, like because they came down and he hugged Mike Tomlin after the win, and Chris Boswell was yelling, he's like, "We won not because of you." He's like, "It wasn't because of you." So
Nice.
I think that's fucking hilarious.
It's crazy, like that you have the whole entire stadium saying fire him, and it's like. The players can't like him. Like
they're talking about like if they do fire him, like Byron Leftwich, who Nick found out didn't have a job last night. They think they're gonna go sign him. He would be a crazy OC for the Steelers.
That's a good pickup.
Their offense would open up so much.
It's crazy because you have dynamic receivers and
Yeah, he
Deontay
just
Johnson
loves to
and
run the
Pickens.
ball. Like I don't know, and it just doesn't
he's
work.
worse than
He needs to understand that like Najee Harris like is fat and like he's not like. He's not fast. Like it's not.
Najee Harris has regressed so much for how long he's actually been
it's
in the
crazy.
league. And then Jalen Warren, he's like
he's
dead ass.
He's
like,
good.
He looks like Austin Eckler. Somebody said
he
that
looks
today.
like he wears number 30 as James Conner number. He can't be wearing that. I like Jalen Warren. He's a good player. Pickens is just a dog.
It's crazy.
They get Deontay Johnson back next week.
Doesn't matter. Matt Canada's not going to use him.
Probably not.
It's tough. It's tough because the Steelers. If they were able to get their offense together, nobody wants to go play the fucking Steelers.
Oh, I'm crazy for saying they're sneaky.
No one said you're crazy for that one.
I'm just saying. I said if they get their offense together.
That's why I say it hurt to say that. It hurt to say if they get their offense together, they could be good.
I don't want them to.
I don't want them to either. I just want Stroh to eat his words.
I don't care about that.
Stroh just pissing me off. That's why. And Will. Nah, Will's a realist.
No, he's not.
Sadly, Will's right here. He was here.
No, he's too much of a realist. They could be playing like a college team.
That's anything though.
They could be playing a junior high football team and be like, we're just gonna find a way to lose.
Because he always expects disappointment, so you're not disappointed. So like that's why, and he's also a avid gambler. So he's like, he just expects like, all right, Steelers go down 3-0. Yeah, we fucking lost, bro. Like this, and he's like dead ass, like not even kidding. Like I don't know. I think it's fucking hilarious.
But you guys want to wrap it up there?
Yes,
Sounds like a good place. And 97.
Thank you guys for tuning into the Barrel Talk podcast. Hope to see you in the future episodes.
Go Bees.